What's up, YouTube? Sud Ninja again. John J.D. Hart uploaded a video 2 days ago declaring war on the elites. I was one of the first commenters on the video in support. I told him I would take care of my end down here in Oklahoma if he could get enough supporters in the state that he was in. I went to sleep that night. I did leave my computer on, but I do not think that that is any suspect in what I'm about to tell you. We always do this, by the way. This is a media PC. This is a custom built tower that I'm running. It has 7 fans in it with an AMD Athlon dual core processor. I have it overclocked. That's beside the point. I can leave this thing running for 4 hours in the depths of hell, and it would still broadcast this video that I'm recording to you right now. My point is that I left my computer on YouTube, and I was watching anime. It was Outlaw Star. Cowboy Bebop was last week. I was watching Outlaw Star this time. Either way, I woke up the next morning. My computer was trying to repair system files. How it got to that point, I do not know. I had not touched my computer, and neither had anybody else. Somebody had to have restarted it, clicked through the prompt boxes, and got it to the point to where it was at whenever I turned on my screen. Which leads me to believe that somebody had completely accessed and hacked my computer and altered system data. After a little bit of testing myself on a bit of the hardware in my tower, resistancy testers, fluke testing. Some of you may not know what that is. I know what it is. I'm not the one that done the testing, but it was done. Nothing in my tower was suspect. So the only other thing that me and also others who I'm not even going to bring up, but they don't even want to be brought into this after inspecting my tower. The only thing that we could come up with is that there was a malicious attack on my system data. It was therefore corrupt in a vain attempt. I'm sorry, and I'm going to say vain because I'm not stupid. Anyway, it was a vain attempt to hinder my progress in putting the truth out there. Now, the simple fact that I underwent this attack, and I'll elaborate on that a little bit more in a little bit. But the reason why is because I'm doing something right? I mean, really. So, anyway, I underwent the attack. I woke up the next morning. My computer was on a fritz, trying to repair stuff and do stuff. I tried to click cancel. It wouldn't do it. I ultimately pulled the plug in hopes that I could re-enter in safe mode so that I could go in and, at least go in that way. That wasn't happening. It wasn't even trying to give me that option. It was just, it asked me if I wanted to start Windows normally or start Windows in repair mode. I tried to start Windows normally twice. I tried repair mode countless times. Anyway, that's when I brought on the advice of a computer technician. I did consult with him over the phone. I didn't have much how do you put it? I didn't get much personal insight and feedback from him on my situation as I would like to, but I did give a few hints. I told him that I had went and supported a want in peaceful protests within the United States, and the way the guy replied back was astounding. It amazed me. It was nothing new to him. He says he broke it down, and I know a bit about computers. I've been building a bit on computers off and on as a newly found hobby here in the last 8 months or so, give or take a month or two. And I could keep up with what he was saying, and given that he's had 30 years of experience in what he's doing, you got to give the guy credit. You can't just dismiss or shrug off what he says. He says that the attacks, the original virus attacks were simple. Normally, in order for you to get a virus in your computer, you had to accept it somehow. You had to click OK or yes, or just one of those pop-ups that popped up, and you said yeah, you wanted to go try out the new game that came out, that blah blah blah, whatever. Okay. And he said the next major, there was all sorts of other attacks, different attempts of attacks between then and the add-on attacks. And he brought this to my attention. He said, you can go to CNET, for example, you can go to CNET and say you want to download Advanced System Care. Well, no, let me take that back, because Advanced System Care, IOBit. Okay, let's say you wanted to go download IOBit, like IOBit 360 Security, which is a pretty good program, and I suggest anybody else using it. But be careful when you're downloading it, and I'm about to tell you why. Whenever you go to download it, of course, you download it, you open the file, and you run setup. And in your install wizard, or your, the install shield, whatever type of install program that came, whatever, it will launch, and it'll start asking you these questions. Of course, read the terms and agreements of the services, and you agree to this, and then do you want to create a shortcut desktop icon? Yes. Well, if you're not careful in all that big bajumbo of do you accept this, and yes to this, and accept and yes and no, and decline and all this, they will sneak in free adware or add-ons or trial software. I mean, it varies. It goes all over the place. But what I'm trying to tell you right now, YouTube, is be careful of these. Let's say you were to go download the IOBit 360 Security. Be very careful, because in that bajumbo of accepting and yes and declining and no, they are going to ask you if you want to add the IOBit add-on search bar. Now, just because this is coming from a secure download site, CNET, and even though it's scanned for viruses after it's done downloading, there are predators out there who can pick up on what you're trying to download and write a code for it, or there may be a code written for it already, in which they will sneak it in to the upload. And this is where it kind of gets into the First Amendment and the Fourth Amendment rights, because the only people who really have this type of pull is the government. So you see the problem here, and this is coming yet again from a wizened veteran in computer technology and debugging computer systems. So we kind of got a little bit more into the conversation, and of course, like I said, I never came on strong like, hey, I do YouTube videos about comets that are fixing to hit us, and how the government, blah blah blah. None of that. I didn't let on to none of that. And he said, it started out with a simple virus deal, and then it went on to the add-on virus codes, which is still widely used. But more importantly, the newer ones that we're seeing today, and they're probably being written as we speak, are codes for programs or software such as JavaScript. If you've got to go, like, let's say you go watch a video on a website somewhere, and they're using the JavaScript, be careful, because the new anti-malware, antivirus, none of that is up to par with this new attack. And he told me this last night. So we're still trying to figure this out. Not just us, but I'm talking about, these antivirus corporations out there who make this software and these programs to keep your computer safe. Right now, this is their number one concern. Are these attacks through JavaScripts or similar or related programs of software? So I personally, in my humble opinion, would think YouTube would be suspect in that as well. So I'm just connecting dots here, and like I said, pay very close attention to everything I said in this. I would really like to do an interview with this computer techie guy. Something kind of gave me the impression that he was he's ex-military, and he knows quite a bit about what's going on right now, because he gave me quite a few instructions and on how to keep myself protected from that again, and I'm going to take those steps. So if this ever happens to anybody else, any other YouTube users out there, let me know. I know it's going to take you, if you've got another computer in your house, or you have another laptop, or you have a friend's computer, go get on it. Send me a private message on YouTube or in my email, preferably YouTube. I never check my email. And I will tell you exactly what you need to do to get your computer fixed. It actually wasn't easy. Like I said, it took me 24 hours just to reinstall Windows 7 back into my computer, a fresh reinstall. I had quite a few procedures to go through. I was on and off the phone with the computer guy, but I believe I'll have it down. So like I said, if anybody else has this problem, please contact me any way you possibly can. I will make sure that you get back up and running again with no lost info, no lost data at all whatsoever. And I'm not going to charge you. You're not going to have to worry about taking your computer and dropping it off and having, getting charged, $75, $150, whatever it is. I know it varies from whatever city, state, and town you're in, but I can give you very good advice on that, where you will never have to worry about it again. The only requirement is that you have an operating system installment disk or a repair disk. Right now, I'm working with only a repair disk, and it has worked just fine for me. Installation disks are really what you want in order to follow through with the advice that I was given. So right now, while I'm in the market, I'm gonna go and get an actual installation disc, but like I said, if this happens to anybody else, I just want to put this out there. I'm sorry I haven't been up and doing videos and keeping you guys up to date on the earthquakes and possible hazards out there. I've been shut down, YouTube. I know this video is probably already too long, as it already is, and I'm tired. I just now got everything going again. You have no idea, YouTube. I have other videos that I've been recording from an iPhone, while all of that was happening, and so that I had it documented. And of course, I'm going to go and re-upload those onto my YouTube account later on for reference points, I guess, for you guys to go and see what I was talking about. So you'll know also that you can say, hey, my computer was doing the same thing that this other guy's computer was doing on YouTube, and then you can call me and I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need to do to get it fixed. Now, of course, it's not going to fix it 100% and totally, but it's going to be better than what you're working with right now, I promise you anyway. I got to get off here. God bless, good day, and good night, YouTube. Stay safe and aware of your surroundings.